Hi, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Here is your producer, your friend, your brother, Apostle, the YouTuber, spreading love, unity, and peace across the globe. Because we thank God for the global technology that, is in our place in our times, where I can come to you from wherever you are across the globe. And equally, you can do the same because the human race has to be brought into our rightful placement where we feel happy and we feel jubilant. Because why? Without peace, without happiness, life would be very short. Without networkings, without interactions, the world would be a very boring place, and we would be no more. We would be no different from animals. You see, today, as I do this recording, I am really very happy because I feel like God, step by step, is bringing me back to the Garden of Eden. Friends, you know what? There is nothing that makes me happier than doing a record, for example, from a site or a place where the fruits are hanging. These are, what we call passion fruits that are hanging by my second gate, by my second gate of my home. You know what happens about these type of fruits after you've planted them? They like being planted at an area or a place where we do have other bigger trees because this type of fruit by nature coils itself or hangs against or on top of other, trees. And so I am recording from one of my favorites, one of my trees that I love most, fruit trees, and this is called the passion fruit. Guys, when I see them hang like this, look at this, for example. This one is hanging and is producing wherever it goes, and it's moving actually towards the first gate of my home. This is beautiful and this is wonderful, and that's why in Kenya, one of our, lead uh, tubers or YouTubers has come with actually a title of the year, getting back to the heritage of our soil or the soil, because we came from soil. And when I saw this lady by name Lin Gugi doing this across the country and across the world, as some of you may have witnessed and seen, I decided, okay, let me do something in support of what she's doing because this has been in my heart for quite a long time. Now, peace is very important, and I felt also to say something today that would actually help us because today is one of those days that I'm doing my gym of, watering my forest trees and some fruit trees, some medicinal trees, because right from my first gate all the way into my homestead, all the way across to the church compound, I have trees that I've planted, majorly the medicinal trees. I have chaya over 30 pieces. I have moringa over 40 pieces. I have aloe vera over 10 pieces, and some other trees like a soursop. And the others are actually the forest trees, which I love so very much. Today, I felt in my heart to be a keeper of my brothers and my sisters in a way, and actually, so to speak, in a better way, bigger way. Today, the weather is still very chilly, but I'm trusting God, and as the weather around this place is, that comes some hours later in the day, there is gonna be sun. It's gonna be sunny. There is going to be warm. Because why? We have to have the sun to continue pumping our water in my home because we are relying solely on the solar. And why we rely solely on the solar, I've been telling you the reasons. One, it is it is quite convenient in as far as cost is concerned, and it is also available every other time. We do not say today we do not have solar because of the kind of the best weather that we have in our area region, that is Makueni County of Kenya. Kenya is one of the coolest countries. For all of you across the globe that have ever had an opportunity to visit Kenya or to tour Kenya, you know what I'm talking about. The best weather in the world, where you stay healthy because it is always warmy, it's warm. And particularly, you see, like now, when we are in this season of cold, because in Kenya, as I've been notifying you, we are within that, within that season where actually we say it's cold weather. Most of you will not believe it when you come to Kenya now, or as of what we are calling cold weather, because you see like how I'm wearing my shirt, without any jumper, without any jacket, without any warming clothes, and yet I feel it is okay. This is it. But let me say what I wanted to say. Media is so very powerful. I want to help one another because we are our brother's keeper. Because partly, uh, or rather, would you say majorly, apart from being a YouTuber, I am an apostle. And I am a counselor, professionally speaking, by God's grace. And I'm also a mediator, personally, I mean professionally, as well speaking. And we are here to be our brother's keeper, even in our YouTube family as YouTubers. There is something I felt I needed to say in all love, in humility, and in a motive, or with a motive of unifying us for the purposes of being or becoming good, human race. Please and most kindly understand and know there is power that is unlimited. There is a power that can never be underestimated in as far as media is concerned. Media and journalism has power that no one should underrate, should never underestimate. What am I trying to say, friends? Where am I coming at? This is it. Now, when by anybody chance happens, or it happens that particularly those of you that are in relationships, those that are in love relationships, those that are in marriage relationships, those that are courting, anytime it happens that you end up in a disagreement, saying that you are not in that love anymore, you do not now be together, or you are not together, or by any reason, quite unfortunately, say you are separated or are no longer living together in love, in marriages, in relationships, please take this advice for free in love. We must help one another to make our world a better place to live. There would be no need, and there is no need whatsoever, that any one of us or any one of you should go to the media and you begin tearing down your former. Do not tear down your former spouse, whether he be a man or she be a lady, a woman, a girl. Please don't do it on or across the social media platforms. As I said, the media is so very powerful. Some of the things that you can say or you can do against your former, or against someone that before were in friendships or relationships, you can say them and they become totally irreversible. Why am I saying that? Humans are of networks. Humans relate. Human beings are social beings. We are social beings. And because of networkings, because of relationships, because necessarily I'm not related to you alone. She's not related to you alone. He is not related to you alone. There are other friends, family friends, for example. Let me say, for example, it is that girl that you loved so much, and she has done totally a very crazy thing that you did not like. Do not actually go to the social media and begin defaming her, assassinating her character, defaming him, assassinating his character. Why? Because of the social networks, you may find this person actually has, number one, parents that are looking at him, to her. She has brothers, she has sisters, nieces, nephews, and many other friends across the globe. For example, let us say he is working somewhere, she's working somewhere, and then it happens that one morning, simply because you did not like her, you did not like him, you went to the social media platforms, to the YouTube, to the Instagram, to the TikTok, to the Facebook, to the X, etc., etc., and etc., etc. And then you said something about them. And their bosses wakes up, or their bosses wake up one morning, and his director, her director wakes up one morning and he sees something like that. Immediately he or she may not understand and may not know what exactly this person did to you. But when they see that, because it's something so ill, so negative, that is being spoken against that person, you know what they would say? Maybe they will begin by saying, oh, this is not a good person. Perhaps we employed someone that is not good, that cannot integrate with others, that cannot, be trusted. And in that way, you are destroying, their future, their career. You are destroying something so big. Let's say she was a woman or a man that has a family, is married, and maybe you are doing something together in the social media platforms or across or any networks, because the world has become actually like a very small village. Like I like saying, when you defame that person on the social media or across social media, and the parents see that, the husband sees that, the wife sees that, you see now what you are going to do, you will erode deliberately the trust for the networkings or networks, or networks rather, this brother, this sister had. Let me tell you, use my example, for example, I've been severally to in relationships that went wrong, that did not work well. But never at any given time, never on any day, did I go to the social media or anywhere to, destroy or assassinate the character or defame the character of that person. You know why? The best way to do, as a counselor, as a mediator, that is professional, and I will tell you without any reason for fear and or controversy, the best way to do, just calm down. Calm down. Go to that person, talk to him, talk to her. If they don't want to talk, if they do not want to listen, just keep quiet. It will not destroy you in any way. Because what happens through the power of media, and many people do not know, are not aware of, when you do so, you might think that it is your partner or your former person that you are destroying. Actually, in a real sense, even you destroy yourself in a bigger part than those that you thought you were destroying. Because why? This world is so smart. People are very smart. And For any relationship to go sour, to have gone sour, to have not worked, necessarily and obviously is not by the reason of one party that it did not work. Because people are smart, people are good minds, people are philosophical, people ask questions. Why? 5W, there is a methodology I love which I call HDO into brackets 5W and HT. People will need to know why, who, where, when. Because it can't just wake up one morning and it's not working. There must be contributing factors that came along, and both parties contribute. Actually, you cannot say that a friend did just absolutely nothing, because if she or he did absolutely nothing, then we would ask you that are a professional and learned, then how come for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years you lived together? Meaning, everything was okay. Someone was perseverant somewhere, persevering, enduring something, and this cuts across. And so, friends, let us take care for one another in making and building a better human race across the globe. You cannot say she did nothing and you acted that way. You cannot say he did nothing and you acted that way. Now, as I am talking, I'm also watering. I'm watering my trees and across. So I am working. I'm not here just talking. I am working, as I always encourage us to work harder for a better world, always. So let us be very careful, friends. Let's be very keen, and absolutely so, because this world belongs to us all. When you defame somebody, remember, tomorrow shall be your turn. And I'm saying this with all love for my friends in Africa. I'm seeing this as a media guy because, when you are a media literate or media literate in journalism and such, you learn a lot of things and you see a lot of things. A lot of things have been popping into my attention across the social media platforms. So I'm saying this particularly for our African brothers and sisters. We are quick to do that than other races are, than the West is, than the Europe is, and other places. Okay, I'm still opening waters now. I'm turning on waters through my hose pipes because I have now actively started watering my gym today, running across here and there. So just listen as we work. It's very important. We Africans, let's not unclothe ourselves, because the world has become one. We can have our daughters married in the West, in Europe, in Asia, and equally they are getting married here. So when we unclothe one another, when we strip one another naked, the other races may fear, other nations may fear and say, oh, if when I get into a relationship with an African guy, with an African lady, this is how they tackle or they resolve their grievances or their problems, then I fear going to Africa. Then I fear going, you see now, this is chai, eh? This is chai. This hosepipe has come to this chaya plant. So, and this is on the area or the side of the church. So I'm moving quite long distances today in watering my plants, both in the church compound, homestead, and the main gates on my road that gets into my home, my own personal road, where comes to my home. So I'm also turning on this water source, turning on water source. So I'm using today like how many? Like 5. Yes, 5 to 6 hose pipes alone. 5 to 6 This is my gym. Okay, so brothers and sisters in Africa, let me address you as your brother. I think now at my age, I can be among your big brothers because you see, they say life starts at 40, and so because I'm above 40, I can advise someone to be wiser. So don't rush to social media and tear down that girl, tear down that brother. No, this is an avocado tree hearse, a grafted hearse, avocado hearse. So I'm watering also that one, and the journey continues. Okay, about the picture, I don't know whether the video is very clear because the weather here is chilly this morning. But, coming some other hours in the day, you'll be surprised that it's going to be hot. It is going to be sunny. And so that's why I love the climate in Makueni County of Nairobi. Actually, I chose this climate deliberately because before you would realize as a family who are living in the city of Nairobi, later in the town of Karatina, and again Nanyuki town. Those have majorly been my towns in Kenya where I've lived. But there has never been a better climate than Makueni County. It's chilly now, but hours to come, actually, you'll be surprised. There is going to be a sunny day. There is going to be a sunny day. Even now, it's almost starting to become again another totally different climate, weather than it was in the morning. And so there is power in media, social media, very great power. Social media is very powerful. So let's be very careful what we say. If a brother or a sister, any man wrongs you, you can reach out to them directly. If you wanted to use social media, go into their inbox, just write to them, encourage them, correct them, rebuke them, say any nasty word you want to say if you must say against them. If you must block them, you can also block them. You are free to block them. Just block them. If you want to block them, block them. Let them not follow you. Let them not see nothing about you or be in a position to say nothing about you. But there would be no reason of tearing one another, destroying, defaming someone because they have other relationships. And the best relationships that I believe in and that we should take care are family relationships. Family relationships, never forget, they should be taken great care of. Family relationships, career relationships, those are the key. Those are the key. And religious or faith relationships. Because when you destroy one person individually, actually you are affecting their career relationships, you are affecting their faith relationships, and you are affecting their family relationships. Most importantly, family relationships. Remember, that could be a wife to somebody. That could be a husband to somebody. That could be a father to somebody. Obviously, that could be a mother to somebody. That could be a niece, an auntie, an uncle to someone, a manager somewhere in a company, supervisor somewhere in a company, having been employed on the criteria or qualifications of their sociology or the way they do things, the faithfulness. And so let us make the world a better place to socially live. Don't just destroy people. Don't say words against anyone. Sit them down. I like it when I call my wife or my daughters or anyone and we sit down or my partners, we sit down, we talk. And you see, there is a saying, back to my best, background. Uh, Back to my passion fruit. This is the pink passion fruit type. When it ripens, they become pink. They are very sweet, or pinky, should I say pinky? They are very nice, very delicious. So you just talk, sit down, talk. No need of going to the social. By the way, must you tell people of their problems? Okay, someone, okay, don't be surprised. Don't be curious. For sure and before God, no one has gone to the social media and done this to me. But I'm being a caretaker of my brothers and sisters. Particularly, I'm saying in Africa. Must you tell them on the social media? Now, whom are you telling? Who are you telling? When you tell millions people or a billion people um, something that is not theirs, are you not becoming foolish? Are you not even destroying your relationships? Don't you know people begin even to fear you? There is nothing and no one I fear than someone that I see talking about others on the social media, because that should remind you and me that if this person is saying against others on the social media platforms, or is tearing down another on social media platforms, then I fear this person. It doesn't matter who they are, whether they be kings or they be whoever they are, or princesses, they will equally do the same to me. Let me give us even a better wisdom, particularly those that are in love relationships. You know what they say? There is a strong saying, and I believe in it, that any people that have shared a bed together, those that have ever shared a bed together or have been under one roof together, will never be enemies forever. Did you hear that? People that have ever shared bed together or have been under one roof will never be enemies eternally or forever. So you may destroy her, you may destroy him today, and actually tomorrow you need him. You need him. Worst of all, worst of all, worst of all, people that do have children together. Because even I've seen people, quite unfortunately, I think I'm a very good monitor. When you are a leader, leadership is a very painful and very costly, because, and you will agree with me, for those of you that are professional leaders, you've been trained to be a leader, to be an administrator, you know, you really hurt a lot when you see some things. You see, knowledge is power, and knowledge sometimes also pains, because when you see people doing things, ignorantly, you really pain, particularly you that have children together. How dare you? How possible does it happen, or can it happen, that you take your spouse to social media? Hmm? Your former husband, your former, wife, and both of you have children. Are you not concerned about even the children? When they grow up, yes, today they may be that young, they may not be understanding even what you are doing and why. But how about when they grow up? Humans are about networks. They are about sociology. When they grow up, and you'll see some of these clips that people even have put on social media, they will remain there forever. Did you even think about that? That some of the words that you are saying and have already said against your spouse are going to remain there forever? Meaning your children at maturity are going to be seeing them, your grandchildren are going to be seeing them, and even the great, because sometimes, let me give you wisdom. What is wisdom? Wisdom is applying knowledge in a correct way. In a nutshell, Wisdom is where you apply knowledge correctly. That is wisdom. Have you ever thought about that? That what you say remains there mostly. Because some of you even have known that wisdom, that knowledge of going again and doing deletion or deleting or revoking what they said on social media. Do you know it remains there? It will remain there. Your children will see when they grow up. They will know my daddy was a foolish. They will know my mother was a foolish. And they will feel sorrowful. They will hurt. Other friends of theirs will come to know, oh, this is what your daddy said against your mommy. This is what your mommy said against your daddy and did against one another. Oh, they will fear. Then there is a possibility. There is a possibility. Because an hyena, begets hyena. A lion brings up a lion. A cheetah births forth, a cheetah. They will fear. They will fear. A child of a serpent is a serpent. They will fear. So let's take care of our relationships, buddies, friends. Let's take care of our relationships. The Lord bless you. I'm striving out to making our world a better living place today. Just I felt I needed to talk to us because this has become too much and I'm seeing it too much every day, quite unfortunately, on social media, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, everywhere, X. I see people attacking one another, particularly those that are in the relationships, publicly. Oh man, this is a worst thing to do. Let us come out of this. Let us take care of our beloved ones. If that darling wife was a bad person, she would not have lived with you in the past place. In the first place, I mean. Together with you on that bed, getting that child, that beautiful son, that beautiful girl. Now, let us be careful. We are humans. We are social beings. We have networks. Let us be careful. Say nothing against her. Say nothing against him. Actually, wait on them. Pray for them. Help them. By the way, before you do that, before you do what you did against him, against her, were you caring enough or loving enough to have taken for her or paid for her for him a counselor? Did you approach any mediator? Did you had words with them? Did you seek for help? Or you just got mad against him, against her, and you went out to destroying them on social media? Let us be careful. There is great power than you can imagine on social media. And don't rush to social media against your people. No matter what they do, be careful, be wise, be wiser than that, because others will also destroy you and will fear you, will detach from you. Particularly, I personally, I do detach so very quickly from people that actually have such behaviors, misbehaviors, not behavior. Such misbehaviors I fear so much because I'm a wise guy. Remember, by God's grace, I'm a pastor, I am a mediator, and I'm a counselor. Let's help one another. Let's be our brother's keeper. Thank you, and see you in our next video. Bye-bye for now.